I felt like I was right back at home on stage here.
Right here, right now, in this part of the United States, Stephen is the best director. He is the best director.
I think he's a genius.
Previously on the season, we've watched young actors getting their first taste of life on stage. This time, we turn our focus to one of ALT's success stories, director Stephen Crandall, who had some of his first acting experiences on stage at ALT and now is an accomplished director and educator. Join us as we profile one of Amarillo's top theatrical talents in episode 4 of The Season.
Pointing their butts on to center with, yes, okay? That, yeah, much sexier than I can ever.
Calling the shots for ALT's first show of the season, The Full Monty, opening August 18th, is Stephen Crandall, a young director who first acted at the theater nearly 20 years ago.
My first show at ALT was in 1999. It was a play called An Inspector Calls. That kind of started the process for me for the next several years. Followed that with West Side Story that May, and then quite a number of shows after that.
It reinforced a love of theater that Crandall had discovered at Tascosa High School and Amarillo College.
I think, you know, my first early experiences here at ALT helped me decide to pursue theater in college. I really don't think I really knew what I was getting into, but I pursued it. So.
Well, Stephen, even in his early years, was a really conscientious person, very hardworking, and had lots of talent that was raw at the time. But he has obviously polished his talent and has become quite a theater person.
Crandall, who initially intended to go into medicine, made an immediate impact when he started at West Texas A&M University.
The remarkable thing about Stephen is he is so constant. You always have complete confidence in him. You know he's going to get the job done, whether it was an assignment or an acting scene, or of course now the many things that he does. So I think there's an instant likability to Stephen. There's an instant confidence that you as another human being have in him. You know, I want to get to know this person. I want to work with this person. And he was that way from the get-go.
Crandall was one of WT's brightest stars in the early 2000s, in an era that included other students who went on to act professionally, like Christopher Sams, as well as Crandall's future wife, Leanne, who now is developing a theatrical costume service in Amarillo. They starred together in shows like Godspell, which still ranks among Brantley's favorite shows. Crandall starred as Jesus.
You know, and he was a natural cast into that role, because again, there are qualities about Stephen that say, I'm going to help you. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to watch out for you. I'm going to do what I can for you.
After graduating from WT in 2003, Crandall and his wife moved to New York to pursue professional acting opportunities.
I auditioned a lot. I auditioned my butt off, but that probably still wasn't enough. It was a very tough year. You know, you move to the city and you're a young actor and you have no experience outside of, you know, university or community theater. It's difficult.
He was accepted into a master's program at University of Nevada, Las Vegas, where he would work with Nevada Conservatory Theater and co-star opposite the likes of Sally Struthers, G.W. Bailey, and Sandy Duncan. They moved for a while to Chicago. Then in 2010, an opportunity cropped up closer to home.
I was in Chicago at the time with my wife, and we were, you know, pursuing our careers there, acting, costume design, directing, you know, those things that we're involved in. And an opportunity came up, and we kind of jokingly talked about returning to WT and to Canyon Amarillo. And, you know, we never really thought we would, but the opportunity came up.
You know, we knew who we were getting. We knew who we were getting. We were very glad to see that application, and even more pleased and impressed when he was here working with us as a future colleague and working with the students.
After 6 years teaching acting and directing shows at WT, Crandall was recently promoted to the head of WT's Art, Theater, and Dance Department.
You know, and in theater, there's a lot of standing side by side. And Stephen is a great example of that. And even though he's going to be our department head, you know, he is still standing with us side by side.
But he still makes time to act occasionally, as in ALT's The Mercy Seat, which allows him to show his students that he might actually know what he's talking about.
I felt like I was right back at home on stage here. Acting is something that has sort of become such a part of me that I feel like I can share what I know about it, whether you know, and I'm not to say that I'm the be-all, end-all of acting teachers, but I feel passionate about creating an awareness and an understanding of what acting is.
He also directs, not just at WT with shows like Legally Blonde and Big Love, but also at ALT.
The shows he's directed for us previously, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and Glass Menagerie, and last 5 years have all been stunning productions. And he's just a very capable and honest and very easy to get along with, and we love working with him. We love having him on our team.
You know, sometimes taking off the professor hat and putting on, you know, just the director hat or just the actor hat is helpful for me. So
time is ticking away, but we're getting there.
I asked to work with him because he's, I think he's a genius. And he works with people very well.
He comes in with a lot of ideas right off the bat, and while he has a vision for what he wants the show to be, usually he's very encouraging of actors bringing in their own ideas and working in tandem to create something that's a product of both the actor and the director's work.
He's so supportive. I think, you know, it's not easy to do a show like this, and he's so supportive, he's so patient, and he doesn't push us to do anything. And
you know, right here, right now, in this part of the United States, Stephen is the best director. He is the best director because his vision is remarkably clear, because he really, I think he finds a way to dig deeper into the script than any of us know how to. And he really gets it, and he really understands. I mean, we could all line up behind him right now. So I'm going to work hard this year to get in front of him.
Panhandle PBS and The Season will follow Amarillo Little Theatre throughout 2016 and 17. Up next, find out how it feels to take off your clothes in front of friends and strangers. The Season is brought to you in part with support from Park Central, Duncan & Boyd Jewelers, and Realty Central of Amarillo, with additional support from Krause Landscape Contractors.